Hello, my name is Sage Stewart and I am 17 years old. I go to Rampart High School and this is an educational video about Monsanto and genetically modified organisms, GMOs. Genetic modification is a gene from one organism transferred to another organism, and if the gene is inserted from a different species, it's transgenic. There's lots of benefits to genetic modification. It's reduced, as far as agriculture goes, there's reduced breeding times. It allows for introduction of traits not present within a species' genome. It offers opportunities for staple crops with shallow gene pools. It can increase the quality of food by introducing micronutrients and vitamins into the food. And it can also increase overall productivity, affordability, and quality. There are definitely lots of really big environmental consequences, however. There's widespread planting of crops that tolerate herbicide glyphosate, which is like the weed killer. It leads to resistant weeds and thus an evolution of resistant weeds. What basically happens is farmers spray pesticides on their crops to create so that bugs and other weeds don't grow and bugs don't eat it. Well, the weeds create a resistance to that. So then they get bigger and they become resistant to the toxins and the pesticides. Therefore, you have to use stronger pesticides and stronger toxins to kill the now monster weeds. And it keeps growing and growing and growing. And we actually use almost 75% more pesticides today than we did 20 years ago. It can develop plants that resist pests, disease, and yields more nutritious food. And that kind of depends on how you look at it. It can have more nutrients, but in the end, it's not very healthy for you. It bioengineers plants to produce plastic, oils, and vaccines, so that's an industrial use for it. But a big point for agriculture is sustainable agriculture. So both the producers and the consumers of food must be able to afford and participate. A goal that a lot of people have in agriculture is to restore wildlife habitats by planting plants where they're suited best, planting a wider variety, using alternative energy sources, and to maximize humans' well-being over time. That's the overall goal, maximize our well-being over time. Pesticides kill insects and weeds to have higher yields and healthier crops. Of course, they think getting healthier crops is by spraying a bunch of poisons on them. So like I was talking about earlier, the bugs can become immune to pesticides, causing scientists to create stronger and stronger poisons that eventually could potentially harm humans. If they're harming bugs, why would they not harm humans? We're all life organisms on the earth. There are a few acts that have been established. The Food Quality Protection Act of 1996 established limits on the amount of pesticides that can be used for food crops, but that goes up and up and up every year. And the Pesticide Act of 1999 improved the management of pesticides. Really the best way to go is organic farming, using natural methods of pest control and fertilization. There are natural ways and natural plants that will resist bugs. Like animal manure and compost are really great instead of injecting all these